Wham bam. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Hat and Beard Show here in nightly stop for Detroit Lions and NFL football. Despite what the like button and the algorithm thinks, we are not a soccer channel. You ever just kind of wonder, like, boy, who put all you motherfuckers in charge? Who put all these people in charge? And why are those who are in charge so engrossly incompetent at doing just the basic functionality of their job? But hey, don't worry about it. They make enough money that they don't need to care about their success rate. With today's show, we're not going to be talking about NFL news too much. It's all about the Lions as we get ready for week 1 of the preseason. It's not about Gibbs. It's not about Goff or St. Brown. It's about jobs. It's about the jobbers. It's about the guys who, come week 11, we're probably not going to be talking about too terribly much, but some names, some things. So it's all about getting hyped, dude. We're just going to get hyped. We're going to get hype. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be an early show. We're going from 6 to about 6:30 with the preseason game at 7. So, we're just kind of sharpening our pencils and seeing what we're really looking for. We're going to be looking at some camp winners and losers for the first couple of weeks, some position battles, that type of stuff. Just kind of some general updates about the Lions, hanging out with you guys as we get through this. Just humpish of hump days, dude. Just absolutely the most Wednesday of Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying, dude? And we're going to try to not crash out too hard. But if you want to have a little bit more of a detailed, intimate understanding of my frustrations on a day-to-day and just kind of want to hear some ranting and raving, make sure to check the link out in the description. That'll take you to my Twitter profile. Follow me over on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. If you want to hear the rantings and ravings of a madman into the ether of the internet. Appreciate you. I ain't no Toby. Now, if we can go ahead and get on with the show, let's get into it, guys.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, what's up? Rick's got some great news. Jack's in the chat. Kane's hanging out. How you guys doing? What's up, Brandy? How you doing, sis? If you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can engage with the rest of Mad Hatter Nation. It costs you nothing, and the return on investment is infinite, and it helps us get to that ever-elusive 1,000 subscriber threshold where I have a delusional idea that once we hit that, all of the gates will be unlocked for me, and we will just, like a bat out of hell, scream our way to the top of the charts, which is, of course, never going to have happen. But a girl can dream. Over here at Yahoo Sports, Dan Campbell provides Key Lions update on roster battles. Just 3 practices remaining, including the final practice on August 19th. That will open up to the general public. The roster is beginning to take shape. We've, largely avoided injuries. Cade Mays obviously fractured his wrist, out 10 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. Pistachio dealing with an MCL. Yeah, he should be ready for week 1. Jimmy Rolder is working off a leg injury. I'm honestly, no offense, Jimmy Rolder, dude. I'm not all that worried about the availability of our 4th-round rookie. No offense to you, dude. We're not that team anymore. Right? We're not that team that's like, oh, dude, we got a ball. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice when it have happened. But there's... What am I hearing? Dude, I was hearing, like, wind whirling around, dude. That was weird. We're no longer that team that, like, is desperately needing all of our picks to hit all the time. So, Jimmy Rolder, take your time, dude. We got linebackers galore. DJ Reed is also having a little bit of a soft tissue injury where he hurt his wiener. Aiden Keenan is finally on IR after only making, like, 1 practice. Dan Campbell provided some updates. Hassanein's impressing. There we go. We'll talk about Hassanein at the end of the show. He said he's all out there. He's all out all the time. He's grown this year. That's what we like to see. The former 6th-round pick has continued to make his case for a roster spot and appears determined to make the most of every opportunity. I want Hassanein to be uncuttable. I want them to, if they do bump him to the practice squad, that it is one of the most difficult decisions that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes have had to make in their entire tenure leading the Detroit Lions. I like Hassanein. I like what he does, and we'll talk about him at the end of the show. Kirby and Brian Branch are progressing. We know about that, yada, yada. Devin White making an impression. Campbell had positive to say about linebacker Devin White. I like where he's at, Campbell said. He looks different than what they say on tape in Vegas from him, or what they saw on tape, whatever, indicating that the coaching staff has been encouraged by what they've seen since White arrived in Detroit. Maybe a little bit more of a scheme fit. Maybe a little bit more fire under his butt. White backed that up Tuesday in practice, recording an impressive pass breakup that ultimately resulted in an interception. Other news, Ratledge won't play on Thursday. Dan Campbell confirmed that. Yes, with Ratledge alongside rookie Balake Miller would benefit Miller. Campbell said Ratledge will instead play in next week's preseason game against the Commies. Hey-oh, going to get a little rolling with the ones on the O-line. Got to get our guys ready to rock and roll. And Balake, a little young, dude. You know what I'm saying? A little, not. Let's be real. It was good. Not great, not terrible. You know what I'm saying? It was good last year. Some things that need to be polished up, though. He's expected to take some snaps at center as Detroit tries to figure out what to do with Mays, blah, blah, blah. Eric Hunter shows improvement. Dan Campbell says he's improved every day. He makes plays every day. I see growth every day. He also said that he came from a small school and that he doesn't know what he doesn't know, highlighting the learning curve the rookie is facing as he adjusts to the NFL. Campbell acknowledged the talks with GM Brad Holmes, yada, yada. So conversation, okay. Keith Abney's earning trust. There we go. Rookie cornerback Keith Abney has also made a positive impression. Campbell described Abney as a, quote, pretty smart and headsy for a rookie, and said he likes where the young cornerback is at in his development. Reed, Rakestraw, McCreary, Abney, Whiteside. Are we going to drag 6 cornerbacks, or is Rakestraw bumped, dude? Campbell praised Abney's instincts, saying that they give him a chance. The wide receiver battle's heating up. Maybe one of the most competitive position groups on the roster. Campbell acknowledged that this is the best wide receiver room the Lions have had since he arrived in Detroit. Well, considering year one, it was it was a rookie, Amon-Ra, who hadn't quite exploded onto the scene yet. And you guys remember who our chat? Do you guys remember who our wide receiver one was week one under the Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes tenure was? You guys remember? Tyrell the Gazelle Williams. You remember that? You remember that, dude? Hell yeah, Ron. F the Bears, dude. Dan said Hassanein made going to a water cooler intense. Hell yeah. The water cooler warrior. Dude, you guys just check it out. I got an article. I got an article from A to Z that we'll read at the end here, dude. It's I'm not. What do I keep hearing? Oh, it's people riding around. See, the problem is, guy, is they sometimes here they be doing night drills with the air guard, dude, and it's like annoying as hell. It's an all-out battle for roster spots, Campbell said. Those positions are up for grabs. Tesla's continued to make impressive catches throughout camp and is making a strong case for a roster spot. I didn't know Isaac Tesla had his roster spot in question. Whiteside continues to make plays. Campbell said Whiteside, who continues to make an impression in camp, you can't ignore him. It is not too big for him. He doesn't care who's across from him. He will compete. We talked about that yesterday. Whiteside had another interception yesterday and continues to emerge as a legitimate contender in the competition for the cornerback 2 role. Guy. Shout out my guy Motown. Our guy Whiteside, huh? Bro, going from possible roster candidate spot to possible starting corner. That is some serious development, and I'm all here for it, guy. On to the next article. Moving right down the line. 8 winners and 4 losers from training camp so far. Winners, Nick Whiteside. Hey-oh, knock on wood if you're with me, man. In my opinion, he's has been the story of training camp. After starting with the second and third teams, Whiteside just kept making play after play to the point where Dan Campbell could no longer ignore him. He's since climbed the depth chart and has been getting first-team reps for nearly a week while DJ Reed has been sidelined with an injury. It feels like he's now comfortably above the roster bubble after starting camp as a relatively long shot. Boy, it's almost like I just said all of that. Ahmed Hassanein. If Whiteside's the biggest story of training camp, Hassanein ain't far behind. Thus far, he's proved that he is far more than just a good origin story and a high-energy player. He's consistently making plays on a daily basis, both on special teams and against the second-team offense. At this point, I think he's the unquestioned backup to Tyler Lacey at the big defensive end position and is firmly off the roster bubble. Yo, is Tyler Lacey all of a sudden the starter? Let's go. Alim McNeill. Do we really need to talk about Alim? He's bounced back from the knee injury. He's going to have a monster year, guy. He's going to have a monster year. Chuck Clark, I don't care. Rock Yassin. He's done a pretty darn good job quelling one of the Lions fans' other big concerns, the outside cornerback position. The loss of Terrion the Idiot Arnold was a gut punch and a big loss in terms of potential for that room, but Yassin has come in, assumed a starting role, and gone toe-to-toe with every single one of the Lions' starting talented receivers. Certainly there's still some concern about the outside cornerback depth, but things have been going pretty well with Reed and Yassin at the starting lineup in camp, until Nick Whiteside emerges as a all-pro corner with 9 INTs and 6 pick sixes. Let's go to Luke Altmaier. You mean the guy who retired Teddy Two Gloves? Luke Altmaier has a real chance to win the backup job following the retirement of Teddy Bridgewater. Gonna have to go ahead and pump the brakes there, guy. All right. The amount of money that we're paying Josh Dobbs, the pastronaut. Shout out, he also has experience under Petzing with his offense. So just, I'm not trying to get off the Luke Altmaier train. How many NFL games has he played though versus Josh Dobbs? You know what I'm saying? Whoopsie poopsie. Whoopsie poopsie, get on there now. He did some really good things, Campbell said, blah, 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 blah. Impressed with Altmaier's poise during situational drills, his relative little accuracy, and his arm strength. He still needs to speed up his progressions, but that's expected with someone this young. Jabari Small, don't care. The entire linebacking court. No offense to Jabari Small, dude. I'm sorry. I am a Jacob Sailors fan. There. Just gonna rip that Band-Aid right off. He's a better running back than Sione Vaki. He's a better running back than Jabari Small. He fits what we do better. He's a culture fit guy. No slight against Jabari Small. I know what I'm getting in Jacob Sailors. I want Jacob Sailors on this team. So I'm not going to read about Small because that's giving too much positive energy to a guy who's ultimately in a competition with my guy. The linebacking core, we know about that, Losers. Big old loser. The Yeti. Giovanni Manu seemed like 2026 was going to be the last year to make an impression with the coaching staff and justify a spot on the roster moving forward. Unfortunately for him, he made a complete wrong impression by failing to report an offseason injury and promptly being stashed away on the non-football injury list indefinitely. Yeah, dude. That's actually a good point. He made the complete wrong impression by failing to report an off-season injury. He tried to hide it, dude. It ain't never going to work, dude. You need to be honest with these cats. Isaac Tesla is a loser. I'm not panicking about Tesla's slow start to camp, and I don't think you should either. But I'm also not going to ignore the fact that the second-year receiver has struggled both in one-on-one drills and team sessions. He's particularly been ineffective against press coverage, failing to use both his size and length to create separation. His hands are still impeccable, but I was hoping to see a little bit more progress out of his release by now. Edge, Peyton Turner, guy, I've been talking about this for the last almost 2 weeks now. Peyton Turner. You know, after Grant Stewart went and said that you're going to be like a 10-sack this year guy, I was like, all right, you know what? Sometimes a cat just needs a change of scenery. You know, maybe fresh start here in Detroit, you know, get a little bit of the culture in him, get a little fire in his belly, you know what I'm saying? Nope. Day one, back injury, haven't seen him since. Turner arrived in Detroit, hopeful to shake the injury-prone label and finally live up to his draft status as a former first-round pick. Instead, he practiced once, tweaked his back, and hasn't practiced again. See ya. That's all I got to say about that, dude. With the rise of Hassanein and imminent return of Derek Moore, it's hard to imagine Turner returning in time to win a roster spot. I completely agree. In fact, I'm just going to remove him from the overall number of guys on roster. He's got to be one of your top cut candidates, right? He's got to be. With Hassanein playing out of his mind, with Tyree West apparently being the big end lockdown, then you got rotationary pieces in Derek Moore, DJ Wanham, Levi Onwuzurike. It's just not enough. Nope. I don't need it. I don't need one practice, day one. Sorry, guy. Enos Rakestraw. What are you doing on this list? He certainly had up and down at camp. I'm not ready to put his roster spot in jeopardy. I am. Sorry, Enos. I was rooting for you. But look, you're getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed by a guy that played in the UFL. Now, that guy that played in the UFL is an absolute baller who I'm rooting for. But you, as a once projected to be first-round pick, taken in the second round, you come in with a higher pedigree already labeled on you. Unfortunately, haven't been able to stay healthy for 2 years, and now looks like you're just not able to consistently link days together. Dan Campbell said it himself. He needs to start stringing some good days together. He's had some ups and downs. He needs to string a few days together here of some good stuff. But he can do that, and he's gifted, Campbell said. Well, you know, I don't know. Rain Man was gifted too, bro. Doesn't mean he'd be a good football player. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over here to Sideline Report, huh? As we get ready for the preseason, we have to start looking at guys that, let's be honest, probably won't be that impactful come the regular season, but it is nice to have depth. And here in the Motor City, we know this better than pretty much everybody else. You got to have guys on guys on guys on guys. The NFL is a long meat grinder of a season, and the more highly talented depth pieces you can have, the better off you're going to be. 5 Lions' most interesting offensive players before the preseason. Who do we got? Jackson Meeks, who is my guy for tight end 3. Let's go, Jackson Meeks. He's fighting Detroit's third tight end job with veteran Tyler Conklin. Sam Laporte and Brock Wright are penciled in as the top 2. Yeah. I think Conklin's better than Brock Wright. A converted wide receiver, Meeks moved to tight end this offseason and bulked up 25 pounds to 235. All right, that's okay. That's some meat on your bones, dude. While the tight end in name, Lions are planning to use Meeks in a new hybrid position. That's what we like to see, dude. Center Seth McLaughlin. You mean our starting center? The former Remington Award winner for the best center in college football in 2024. Yeah, he's coming off a ruptured Achilles, but that's 2 years ago now, guy. Let's go, dude. He's got the toolage of Hank Fraley, huh? Let's go. Lions offensive line took a major hit. And when it was announced as top free agent addition, Cade Mays will miss 8 to 10 weeks with a fractured wrist. As of now, the offseason trade acquisition of Juice Scruggs is set to start in his place, but Scruggs has already missed time at camp with an ailment of his own. Though he's expected to return soon, all the injuries have got to have Detroit thinking even harder about its depth. This is why we got Seth McLaughlin. That makes Seth McLaughlin a very important piece now. He signed with the Lions in January after 1 year as an undrafted free agent with the, ironically, Cincinnati Bengals. Hey-o! He won the Remington Trophy, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. We've talked about the Achilles and all that stuff. He's already taken first-team reps in practice with Scruggs out and has another chance to impress in preseason. Coming off the injury, getting back to moving full speed, I'm finally feeling 100% this camp. What are you doing over here, bud? Tell you what, dude. Ivor just loves being in here now, dude. Dominic, love it. I don't love it. I don't think he's going to make the roster. I'm not even going to waste my time. Jacob Sailors. Sailors is gunning for the 4th running back job. Should be the number 3 guy. He could, however, open the season as a 3rd back if Sione Vaki continues to miss time with a broken nose from getting poked in the eye, or doesn't get enough reps to be considered ready to play, or even a viable asset at running back. Sailors is a hard runner who returned 33 kickoffs last year for the Lions. Special teams alone could earn him a roster spot, but Dortch has experience in that area as well and is essentially a lock to make the team. To ensure the Lions keep him on as a return man and potentially 3rd running back, since Vaki's career, injured or not, is off to a tough start, Sailors could use a productive preseason at running back. He has a lot to gain in this preseason, even if the roster spot looks relatively safe. I kind of hope he comes out there and crushes it. Luke Altmaier, I'm not really too worried about him, honestly. I don't have anything against Luke Altmaier at this point. I think it's hilarious that he retired Teddy Two Gloves. I just don't think the Lions roll with 3 quarterbacks into the regular season. We like having, look, 3 quarterbacks means you can't have this hybrid tight end position. Means you don't have all that depth along the offensive and defensive line. 2 quarterbacks, Jared Goff's an Iron Man. 2 quarterbacks, 3 guys. 1 position, 2 guys. You going to go with the undrafted rookie free agent Luke Altmaier? It's fun, right? Or are you going to roll with the guy, the Pasternaut, who has experience with Petsing, who has proven that he can win games and play at a high level in this league? I think we know the answer. And honestly, I'm kind of here for it. I like the Pasternaut. He's fun, dude. He's fun. Let's go. How we doing, chat, dude? We're about our last article now. What's up, Detroit Sports Talk? How you doing, man? What's up, Derek? How you doing, bro? Lion Life for Sailors is not a great returner. No, he's not a great returner. I'll give you that. Not the best return guy. I just like the way he runs between the tackles, dude. After hearing what MCD said about Wright, I think he's getting the job. Damn it, fiddlesticks. That sucks. Oh well, he's a block wrong. Darian Buttlicker Arnold, who faces felony charges, is set to visit the Giants. Yeah, I seen that, dude. I think they keep 3 quarterbacks, huh? No shit, Jack. Really? Hey, I mean, it's Oh, wait. Can't we do that like emergency 3rd quarterback thing that doesn't count as a roster spot on game day? In that case, then yeah, totally, for sure. So a lot of teams are interested in TA. TA did workouts for some teams, but none of them signed him. That's right, dude. Nobody likes. You see, the problem is that he goes out on the field and he immediately starts grabbing dudes, bro. He just immediately puts his dirty little dick beaters all over guys, and they're like, oh, that's right. You can't cover. You're only good at getting flagged. Let's finish the night, boys. Let's finish the night on a good note, talking about our guy, the Hammer, Ahmed Hassanein, the Hammer. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, guy. If you've made it this long through the show and you haven't subscribed already, I mean, why not? You know, we're pretty much on the back end here. I know we're not going to make it to the full 8 o'clock, but I'm irritated. I'm just an irritated boy. I'm tired and I'm hungry. So, you know, I'm just a cranky little boy and I need to take a nappy nap. You know what I'm saying? Ahmed Hassanein is a movie character, the kind you didn't believe existed in real life. What do you got for me, Slipper? I've seen a lot of football movies, and there's Jesus Louises, and there's always a character in the football movies who is just like this. He's an insane person. He's a madman. A guy who's ramming his head into lockers and screaming and just full of rage. But good rage. Let's go. What do you got for me? The Lions defensive end, exactly what you think about when you watch these movies. I've never seen anybody like him in real life. He just jumped right off the silver screen, right off the page of a script. I've never seen him ram his head into a locker, but I wouldn't put it past him. This guy is balls to the walls, nonstop action. If Hassanein doesn't make it in the football world, which I believe he will, he's going to be a WWE wrestler someday. He will be a WWE champion if he wants to do that after football. It's charisma. It's pointed rage. It's good rage, dude. How sick would that be, bro? Let's go, dude. Hassanein's turning heads at Lions training camp. We watched the guy help get a stop on the goal line in red zone drills, turn around, and puke in the end zone, and then scream at the top of his lungs. The crowd went crazy. He went full Draws or Willie Beeman from Any Given Sunday. Draws is the former WWE wrestler who used to play for the Broncos. Famous for puking on the field before becoming a famous WWE for puking on his opponents. That's disgusting. That's gross. Dude, No, you're not famous, you're infamous. You're disgusting. It's because I'm older, and yeah, I'm getting old now, blah, blah, blah. But it's not going unnoticed, Lions coach Campbell said about Hassanein on Tuesday. He's at a really good camp. He's out there all the time. The guy never takes a play off. Literally never takes a play off. He doesn't take a water break off. He doesn't. I mean, the guy is all out. Some of the things, honestly, we just got to rein him back in a little bit. Sometimes he gets out of his mind and goes a little rogue on some stuff, but you'd rather it be that way and pull back on him than the other way where you're constantly having to prod him. So he's really grown, kind of moving into that big end. That was the move that was made. So he's a little bit of an undersized big end, but it doesn't affect him. He plays so dang hard, plays with leverage, and he has it. You know what you love about him? Like, he doesn't cower from anything, like competition. He's all for it. And he wants it. He wants it. He tries to prove it every day. So you like that. I'm excited to see what he does in this game. Dude, you mean to absolutely just make a mockery? He's going to make the Cincinnati Bengals look buffoonish. Hassanein. Dude. He's a growing player and his ceiling is high. Referring to the Lions, will play on Thursday against the Bengals. We saw a little bit of the version of Hassanein's last year as a rookie. You could see he was a little bit more open, maybe shy at first. He's not that guy now. If you hear someone screaming on the field, well, it's probably Hassanein almost every single time. It's unbelievable to watch a movie character out there and play as hard as he can with so much emotion and passion. Every day you hear something to the effect of this guy telling everybody how happy he is to be out there and how he's going to prove general manager Brad Holmes right. He's going to Holmes and saying, thank you, I love you, and I'm going to prove you right. He's not like other people. Again, he is a movie character. I can't stress that enough. I don't know if I would have written Ahmed Hassanein as a character. You would think he was too outlandish. But that's how he is. I watched this guy on the field. He's getting better. You can see it. You can see some of the stuff Campbell's talking about. If you would have done this, you probably would have had a sack. But you kind of went a little crazy there for a minute, where you tried to maybe a little too much. Once Hassanein figures it out and puts it all together on the field, he will be a problem. You could see a world where he would be a starter at some point. Let's go, dude. Hassanein, bro. I'm telling you, he's making the roster, dude. I told you guys at the start of training camp, I told you at the start of OTAs, and I kind of told you once I started seeing the information, Ahmed's body transformation, seeing how gritty guys like Nick Whiteside were, I told you these guys were going to make the roster. I told you these guys are going to be impossible to cut. They're too high energy. They're too Dan Campbellian. They have too much fire in their belly to not make the roster. And if they don't make the roster, it's going to be a colossal mistake, and somebody else is going to pounce on it, dude. Don't be that team. Don't be that team. Hassanein's on the roster. Whiteside's on the roster. Possibly even in the starting rotation at some point. Oh, man, how sick would that be, you guys? How sick would that be? Let's take one little stroll through Mad Hatter Nation. All right, I want to see him walk like an Egyptian for a sack celebration. Awesome. We're going to make Coach on Judkins was arrested in Fort Lauderdale on a misdemeanor. Oh, no shit. There you go. We got Xavier Woods. It's a new day. Yeah, you guys got Xavier Woods, but here's the thing, Ron, and I'm not trying to. I get it, dude. You know, you guys had a year last year where you won a bunch of one possession games because the refs were kind of bailing out Giggle Willie. Your guys' biggest problem is Ben Johnson. That's the biggest problem in Chicago. Ben Johnson sucks. He's a traitorous bastard. Around here, we call him Small PP Benedict Arnold Osama Ben Johnson, the traitor in Indiana. But, to each their own. I understand being hyped, dude. I get it. I get it, bro. I get it. All right. Yeah, dude. Judkins is kind of a piece of shit, dude. He's kind of a piece of shit, bro. If Luke plays good in the preseason, they'll keep him, or he gets an injury and moves to a pup list. There you go, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. What's up, American Boxer? What I missed? You missed us getting hype about Seth McLaughlin, dude. Our guy, bro. You and me's guy, Seth McLaughlin, bro. Getting hype. So much hype for a backup. Yeah, dude, I know, right? Let's go. All right, guys. So, what I was pissed off about over on Twitter was yesterday. Monday got a call from a recruiter, and got blown up. Email, Indeed, text message, 2 phone calls, 1 voicemail, right? And I was like, all right, cool. And so I talked to him, right? And I ain't gonna lie, dude, they were throwing big dollars in my face, bro. And I was like, bet. All right, I'll fucking drive an extra 30 minutes farther than where I'm going for that kind of cash. You know what I'm saying? And full disclosure, it would have been working for Oracle at their data center in Saline as an electronics tech. You know what I'm saying? Doing basically just taking care of the electrical equipment. You know what I'm saying? Automatically DQ'd. Automatic disqualification. Automatic disqualification, guys, because I am not a good Toby. I am not a good field hand, and you're going to have to go ahead and send Toby away because here's the thing, guy. I worked too many years doing off-shift work, working weekends, working nights, so that everybody else I worked with that had a family could do the family thing. You know what I'm saying? They could spend, work at day and spend nights with their wife and kids, right? And holidays and shit. I'd always volunteer for that stuff, whatever, Well, you know what? God damn it. I would like to have that. I would like to have a fucking life. And not for nothing. Until this job guy, me and Hat and Boob's entire relationship, which is like fucking 10 years now, this is the first time I've worked days. So she's been a trooper, dude. She put up with off-shift work for a fucking decade. And I'm not willing to go back to that. I'm sorry. No matter how much you pay me, there isn't enough dollars for me to go back in, especially third shift, but to just forfeit all of my happiness. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that, employers seem to think that they can go, no, we want every single person that you present to us must be willing to dance and sing the tune that we tell them to sing in the key that we tell them to sing it. Dance, monkey, dance. Fuck you. How's that? Fuck you. Fuck you right in the ass. Y'all are a bunch of just fucking pieces of shit, dude. And I'm not trying. I hate it when I get all pissed off about the state of the employment situations here, how employers treat employees, because ultimately, yeah, I do sound like a whiny libtard, dude. But it's the reality, bro. We have allowed employers to have so much just unnecessary power. You guys do realize that employers expect you to worship them like idols. You do realize that the majority of people who are in positions of leadership or management, they worship an idol, and that idol is the dollary due. And they expect you to worship them because they are the giver of the dollary due. You know what I'm saying? Well, here's the thing, bud. There's this really old book that tells you to maybe not do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it never really ends well. And gee golly jeepers, gee willikers, fellas, have you ever noticed that every single person in a position of leadership who makes all the dollary dues but is a slave to the job, they're fucking miserable. Their lives suck. They're sickly. They're stressed out. Their home lives suck, dude. Why would I want to do that, man? Go fuck yourself with a rusty spoon, dude. I'm not here for that. So no, I'm not going to do your little fucking song and dance. I'm not going to fucking sing in the key that you want me to sing in. I'm sorry. I'm a fucking 40-year-old man. I'm going to put my foot in the ground and tell you with both barrels, go fuck yourself, dude. It's so fucking ridiculous, dude. It's so fucking ridiculous. And then on top of that, my current job, it's irritating because this is where I get pissed off, dude. This is where I get pissed off with jobs the most. Are employers fucking delusional? Like, I'm serious. Are they fucking delusional to the reality of what they're dealing with? Because if you're gonna say that you are presenting yourself as a professional with standards, then how come every single time assholes meet elbows, you always cut corners? And why the fuck would you bring in someone with a very specific skill set to do a very specific fucking job and then not listen to a goddamn word they're saying and just make infinitely more work for fucking people because you just are hell-bent on doing things the wrong way? I do not understand what it is with employers and why they are so hell-bent on tripping over dollars to pick up dimes, dude. I will never fucking understand it. It's almost like businesses, especially businesses that want to get government subsidies and government contracts, are like allergic to making money. Like they really just don't want to make money. That, or maybe this is what it is. Everybody in the world has spent way too much time online watching TV or watching fucking slop that they just love the chaos. I think people just love chaos. I think people love just stumbling from one fiasco to the fucking other. And the idea of, hey, why don't we think this through a little bit is offensive to them, bro. I do not fucking understand it, bro. If you think employers have too much power in Michigan, you should try the South. Dude, employers are just cunts here. You need to get paid for the hat and beard show. I would love to, American Boxer, but here's the thing, man. And this is where I get even more irritated, bro. I will never make money here. That's the reality of it. I will never make money on the internet. I will never be, because I am not one of those privileged people who can just generate slop fucking content for you, give you talking points that everybody wants to fucking hear. I'm not marketable. I'm too fucking abrasive. And even to the point where the goddamn own algorithm is against me. That's why the like button is back to a fucking soccer ball, dude. Like, it is statistically impossible for me to ever get to that point, dude. I am not that lucky of an individual. You know, if I had fucking bazingas out to here, or if I was just some fucking dead-brained fuck nugget that was willing to just peddle slop. The problem is, dude, is that genuinely I care too much about my content that I can't make money because I care too much about it. You know what I'm saying? Peace of mind and having a great love relationship is crucial for a great life. Yeah, Mom, it is. But that doesn't fucking buy the house. That doesn't replace the brakes or the wheel bearing on my fucking truck. That doesn't fix the exhaust. That doesn't fucking buy the new car. That doesn't pay the fucking bills. Lottie fucking da, whoop-de fucking do. I'll take all of my good little feelings down to the fucking bank and I'll deposit it and see what kind of an interest rate I can get on that. Oh, or better yet, I can take that and invest it in social fucking security that I'll never goddamn see, that I've been paying into for 25 fucking years now, but I'll never see a goddamn dime of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's, yes, you are right. Peace of mind, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't keep the fucking lights on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Pennywise and dollar stupid companies can't make them. Dude, I know, dude. They're fucking retarded, dude. They're fucking retarded, dude. JJ McCarthy and the Lions would give him a 3rd-round pick next year. Fuck JJ McCarthy, dude. My job is exhausting, but I love my job. Wouldn't change it for triple the salary. You know, it's not that like my job's exhausting. I like the work that I do, bro. But like, it's just chaos, man. It's just chaos. I don't understand how organizations can have talent pools of varying people from various successful organizations that are like, hey, you know, X, Y, and Z, and then just go, no, I know what I'm doing. I know better. Chaos. No organization, no information, no communication. I don't fucking understand it, dude. I don't fucking understand it. Your mom lets you talk to her like that? Well, I can talk to her however I want because she's on the other side of the screen, dude. My mom also knows when I'm getting fucking pissed, dude. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed, dude. And right now, it's just a fucking freight train, and there's nothing fucking stopping it, dude. I'm just fucking irate, dude. Everyone can lick my butthole. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole state of society can just suck a fart straight out of my ass, if you want my honest opinion, dude. Everybody's fucking retarded. We're bringing in a bunch of third world dipshits who peddle communism, who are just stealing everything they can from you, dude. They don't give a fuck about you. I'll never fucking own a home, dude. It's all fucked, bro. You ain't never getting pensions are a fucking thing of the past, dude. 401k, good luck getting even a fucking 5% match, let alone a fucking 9% match. You never gonna be able to fucking retire, dude. Fiat currency, money machine goes brrr, fucking bullshit, dude. It's all fucked. And then on top of it, thanks to the boomer generation who was like, you don't need to have kids. No, just abort your fucking kids. It's all about you. Well, Gen Alpha is half the size of Gen Z. So, yep, there will be no fiscal boosting of Social Security. So the only way to maintain our gigantic welfare fucking state is, well, you have to have bodies. So bring in the turd world. Come on, guy. Bring in the turd world. Let's fucking go, dude. Syndicate poops in his own Cheerios every morning. Hey, man, I like Syndicate. He's all right, dude. He's all right. Hey, he gave me some props on Twitter for fucking not taking that third shift job, but boomers squandered so much. Yes, they did. Yes. And the majority of boomers set every generation after them up to fail. They went, look at all I had, and pulled the ladder up behind them and said, fuck you, pay for all my shit now. And I went, okay, well, I guess tax me more. Please just tax me more, And like, this is kind of what I get into. I had this thought the other day. This is really what it is. Every generation is supposed to want to make things better for the subsequent generations following them, right? And the boomers did. The boomers did figure out what to do. The boomers all said, my parents hit me and I didn't hit you. Ipso facto, I'm better than them. And then they can't hear anything else that you guys are saying, that millennials or Gen X is saying. They can't hear us because they're too busy patting themselves on the back going, I didn't hit you. Ha 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 ha. I'm so fucking great. Okay, what else did you do? You hoarded all your fucking wealth. You're sitting here going, I paid $24,000 for my home in 1974, and my Zillow estimate says that it should be worth $1.5 million now. Where is it? Where is my $1 million? I want my $1 million now. I deserve it. I deserve it. You see, my parents fought in World War II, and then my kids decided to go and because of our piss poor decisions, my kids had to fight in the GWAT for 20 fucking years. I deserve that $1 million. Oh, what's that? We refused to leave the workforce and hoarded all of the high-paying jobs? Oh, what's that, millennials? You can't afford the $1 million I want for my $25,000 home? Well, why not? You have Bitcoins, go cash in those Bitcoins. You have all kinds of money. Go TikTok and make money. Go get a second job. Just tighten your belt and work hard and do the right thing and you'll climb and you'll make something of yourself, Billy. No, you fucking won't. No, you fucking won't. That's bullshit. It's a fucking lie, dude. It's all a fucking lie. What you gotta do is you have to set all of your morals, values, and anything that you hold dear aside. And you need to become a cutthroat corporate fucking sleazebag and steal everything you possibly can from these cocksuckers, dude. Every fucking thing you possibly can. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. Fuck you. Pay me. Fuck you. Pay me. Steal every goddamn dime from you that you can. Make it as financially difficult for them to have you fucking there. Make it expensive. Order the expensive part. Fuck you. Pay me. It's bullshit, dude. It's all fucking bullshit. They won't move out of their fucking home so young families can purchase. Yeah, dude, they won't. They won't, dude. They won't. They won't move out because well, if you guys really wanted to get into it, well, you see, the boomers, do you know the average age of boomers? Do you know the average age of a boomer right now? 80 years old. Do you know what the average mortality age is here in the United States? 79 years old. So they've outlived their average life expectancy. Where's my $1 million? I need my $1 million. And this is what they don't understand because most boomers are actually financially fucking illiterate. They go, I need my $1 million. So that as I deteriorate in my nursing home that I'm in by myself because I'm such a miserable piece of shit to be around that none of my friends and family want to come fucking visit me. Oh, but I have to be bled dry by retirement homes, by the state, by the government, that there is, oh, that $1 million you wanted? Yeah, you were going to pass that on to your kids, were you? No, you fucking weren't. No, you goddamn weren't. Because Uncle Sam takes a big old slice out of it. Now, yes, there is a way. There is a way. You got $1 million in fucking $1 bills stuffed in coffee cans buried in your fucking yard, dude. That's the only goddamn way it's going to have happen. You ain't going to pass shit on. Uncle Sam's going to steal everything. Stop pretending that you're all going to retire. Oh, I'm a boomer and I worked 40 years. I'm going to retire and be a fucking millionaire. And, oh, lifestyles of the rich and famous. No. No, motherfucker, no. And they sit there and go, why are you so mad? Because I would just like a fucking fraction of the dream that you fucking told me I was going to be able to have while deliberately voting against my interest. Every fucking step of the way. Every fucking single step of the way, boomers have done nothing but deliberately try and destroy the generations behind them. Bad advice, bad jobs, bad investing. You offshored all the fucking jobs. You chased off all the fucking corporations. You just and then when millennials try to build a parallel economy to operate outside of it, you fucking come after us. You tell us that that's not the right way to do it. That's not how I do it. That's not how I just walk up to the manager, give him a big firm handshake and say, I need 25 cents more an hour. Ooh, good. I'll get taxed even harder. Thank you, because I have to pay for your welfare fucking programs, dipshit. You're welcome. You're so fucking welcome that on top of fixing all of your electronic programs, because for some reason boomers hit the age of 40 and just said, I've lived a whole life, I don't need to learn anything, and now I'm going to act like a fucking 80-year-old. Have you ever looked at how boomers just rapidly deteriorate after age 40? They all just go, I'm age 40, I'm an old man, time to crawl in the fucking grave. Go fuck yourself. Look at RFK. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Whatever lie boomers were fucking told, it was fucking wrong, dude. You can be healthy in your fucking 40s, dude. That's absolute buffoonery. It's bullshit. It's nonsense. It's tomfoolery and malarkey, dude. All they've done is fucking lie to us, dude, from the goddamn jump, dude. See, we're like 44 years old, own a home. Most people like me, old millennials, cannot purchase because of the boomers. Like me, dude, I'm 38 years old, bro. I'm 38 years old, and I'm looking at houses that 10 years ago were $160,000 going for almost $400,000 now. And they need $50,000 to $60,000 minimum in updates. Oh, but don't worry. I deserve it. I deserve it. I'm the child of the greatest generation. What they did, I stand on the shoulders of giants. I did it. I did it. I did it. We put a man on the moon. No, you fucking didn't. We fought the Nazis. No, you fucking didn't. No, you fucking didn't. All you did was bring in gay race communism. Congratulations, boomers. You guys brought in gay race communism. Bravo. Good job. Hey, while you're patting yourselves on the back for not hitting us, that's your big accomplishment. We didn't hit you. Ooh. If you can hear us over patting yourselves on the back, go ahead and keep patting yourselves on the back. Because y'all are the ones who brought in the gay race communism, dude. Let's go. All right, so that's about my rant for the day, dude. I've been just fucking stewing. I've been fucking stewing, dude. Stewing on this one all day, guys. So, have yourself a good rest of your night. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Until tomorrow, I'm James with Hat and Beard Show. You've been an attentive audience. Bonga, bonga, friga.